For 17 years, he was invisible. No face, no name, no pattern. Bombing terror. Who was the Unabomber? A ghost, hiding in plain sight. He targeted professors, airlines, scientists, and left behind something more terrifying than bombs. Industrial society, freedom, control. Words. He didn't just send bombs, he sent a message. And then, one decision changed everything. A decision that proved human insight can succeed where machines fail. The Unabomber, a true story of human ingenuity. What decision? It began quietly. A package left in the wrong place. 1978. No one knew that it was just the beginning. 16 bombs, 3 dead, 23 injured year after year. The attacks continued. No pattern, no warning, no mercy. The FBI launched one of the largest manhunts in history, but every lead led nowhere. He targeted professors, cut airlines, cut scientists. There was no clear motive, which made it worse. Another explosion, no suspect identified. Public urge to remain cautious. Fear spread faster than the bombs. He wasn't just attacking people. He was attacking the future. Anyone could be next, anywhere, at any time. Imagine this. You're holding a package you didn't expect. It could be nothing or everything. What would you do? And somewhere, he was watching. Randomness equals terror. He wasn't just smart. He was extraordinary. Age 16, accepted into Harvard University. At just 16, he entered one of the most prestigious universities in the world. But brilliance can come at a cost. During his time at Harvard, he was subjected to controversial psychological experiments. Intense, invasive, designed to break down the mind. And perhaps they did. While others built friendships, he withdrew. The world around him began to feel distant. His mind could see patterns others couldn't. He solved problems most couldn't even understand. But the same mind that sees brilliance can also see something else. The modern world, technology, industrialization. To him, they weren't progress. They were the problem. Somewhere along the line, something fractured. A brilliant mind turned inward and began to see the world as something to fight. And this time, he would act. It started simple, crude, unpredictable, but it didn't stay that way. He improved with every attack, learning, adapting, refining. He turned the ordinary into something terrifying. Anything could be a weapon, but he made one critical mistake. He left pieces of himself behind. Each device carried a signature, a pattern only a careful mind could detect. Investigators began to see it, not random acts, but a single evolving design. Another explosion, no suspect, public fear rising. He wasn't just building bombs, he was building fear. Fear of the unseen, fear of the unknown. This wasn't chaos, it was calculated. With every strike, he grew more confident and more dangerous, and no one knew where he would strike next. The most powerful investigative force in the world was on the hunt. Evidence. They had everything. Thousands of leads, thousands of suspects. Unabomb task force. A special task force was created, bringing together the best minds, but even the best were running out of answers. Cleared every promising lead, collapsed every theory, fell apart. They analyzed the bombs, they tracked the locations, they studied the patterns, but something was missing. They had the data, they had the technology, except the one thing they needed, a way to understand him. Because this wasn't just a case, it was a mind. Days turned into months, months into years, and still nothing. He was out there, watching, learning, and staying one step ahead, until he decided to speak, to catch him. They had to think like him. After years of failure, they faced an unthinkable choice. Manifesto a demand. From a man no one could find. He promised to stop if his words were heard, but giving him a platform meant amplifying his message. They made the call. They gave a terrorist a voice. Industrial society, human freedom, control, a 35,000-word manifesto distributed to across a nation, not to persuade, but to identify. Extremist beliefs, highly intelligent writing. Who is behind this? The world saw a manifesto, but investigators saw something else. This wasn't just publication. It was a calculated move, a net cast across millions, hoping someone, somewhere, would recognize it. And someone did. And everything began to change. Across the country, millions read the words. But for one man, they felt familiar, a phrase, a pattern, something he had seen before. The structure, the language, the rhythm of thought, they matched. But recognition came with a cost, because the voice on the page might belong to someone he loved, brother or suspect, silence or action, a choice. That would define everything. It wasn't a database. It was a human mind, recognizing another. And then he made the call. In that moment, the case finally turned. Imagine knowing that someone you love might be responsible. Could you turn in someone you love to stop something evil? And now, they finally had a lead. For the first time in 17 years, they had him in their sights. The trail led here, to a remote cabin, hidden from the world, with every piece of evidence, every tip, every linguistic clue. They closed the distance to him. The law was finally on their side. They prepared for the final step. For the first time in 17 years, they knew exactly where he was. And now, the end game began. No chase, no explosion, just a man. And the truth, the most dangerous weapon, it wasn't the bomb. It was the mind behind it. 17 years of fear ended, not with chaos, but with insight, patience, humanity. No chase, no explosion, just a man. And the truth, the most dangerous weapon, it wasn't the bomb. It was the mind behind it. 17 years of fear ended, not with chaos, but with insight, patience, humanity. He wasn't just a threat. He was methodical, a workshop built to kill, precise, detailed, calculated, and he wasn't planning to stop. Every word and every device, part of a mind, relentless, calculating. For years, technology failed, but in the end, it was human insight. That ended it. The question is, how many threats today are hiding in plain sight? Subscribe for more real stories of human ingenuity. Comment below, was this justice or tragedy? Share this with someone who believes in the power of human insight.